Hello and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this program we take a look at the latest releases. Today we will take a look at Priyanka Chopra's new film Love Again and Vidyut Jambal's IB71. First, let's take a look at IB71. To start with, a running time of just under 2 hours in a mainstream Bollywood film is a rarity. A spy thriller, IB71 has very little flab because of its terse length. There is no unnecessary love story, no romantic songs, no sob stories of families, and all of that is a welcome change. Director Sankalp Reddy, who made the Ghazi attack, keeps it simple. At times, it is a bit too simple, which is also a part of the problem. The film is inspired by true events that took place during the 1971 war and the liberation of Bangladesh. Prima facie, the plot is fascinating. The storytelling, though, is a few notches lower. In the opening, we are told that Pakistan was in cahoots with China and was going to launch a two-pronged attack from Pakistan and East Pakistan, which went on to become Bangladesh. India was not quite ready for a double strike and had to come up with an ingenious plan to thwart the attack. Dev, who is played by Vidyut Jambal, who is also a co-producer of the film, is one of the brightest and toughest secret agents. He can walk into the enemy camp, which is in East Pakistan, with a fake beard and rescue his fellow agent even before he can say cheese. The screenplay doesn't waste any time, and thank heavens for that, in establishing his background. Soon, there is a bigger and more important mission on hand, that of Pakistan attacking from both sides. As Dev tells his boss, which is played by Anupam Kher, the only way to stop the attack is to block the Indian airspace, but that cannot be done without rhyme or reason. Dev has a solution for that problem as well. He hatches a plan piggybacking on a couple of misguided Kashmiri youths led by Qasim, played by Vishal Jethwa, and along with 30 other Indian agents, they land in Pakistan. If getting there is tough, getting out is a bigger ordeal, especially with the police and the army keeping a close eye on them. Even though it uses convenient means to come out of certain situations, the screenplay stays focused on the core story. There is Pakistan bashing, but it is done in measure, and more importantly, it is through visuals that they are shown to be outwitted by the Indian agents. In a film, I'll take action over dialogues any day. IB71 leaves you with the feeling that it could have been so much better than it actually is. The scenes in Kashmir look absolutely gorgeous, and the writing, though, needed to be tighter in those scenes. Vidyut Jambal is surprisingly restrained, and unlike Salman Khan, he doesn't take off his shirt as is done in the past. Vishal Jethwa's role as a Kashmiri rebel is half-baked, but even then he still manages to make an impression. For some action and for some good thrills, IB71 delivers the goods. I'm going to go with 2.5 out of 5 stars. And now let's take a look at the Priyanka Chopra starrer romantic comedy Love Again. When Hollywood is not making superhero or franchise films, they are making romantic comedies. Now fair enough, but making the kind of romantic comedies which will put you off romance and comedy both, now that's not a good deal. Love Again is based on a German film which is called SMS for You, which in turn was based on a novel by Sophie Kramer. Having seen this film, I only have academic interest in knowing who saw the potential in it as a remake. Now, Celine Dion agreeing to act cannot be one of the reasons. Staring at Hallmark cards in a gallery for the running length will evoke more romantic feelings than this film by Jim Strauss. Priyanka Chopra plays Meera, who is supposed to be a talented illustrator, author of children's book, but there is little evidence that she is bright and capable to do that. Why? We will come to that in a moment, but first let me tell you about what happens to her boyfriend John, whom she is madly in love with. After kissing her goodbye, he is shown walking casually on the road. The camera is on her face as we hear the sound of a car screeching as her expression changes. John is gone, just like that. Poof. A couple of years later, Meera is still grieving over the loss while her sister Susie, played by Sophia Barkley, tries her best to cheer her up. In fact, that is Susie's sole purpose in the film. Meera meanwhile texts her late boyfriend on his cell phone number to tell him how much she misses him and all that jazz. I'm on the bed where you should be sleeping beside me, and I begin every day thinking about you. Those kind of dialogues are uttered by her. The messages get delivered to Rob, played by Sam Heughan, a music critic by profession. He is going through a heartbreak and hence doesn't really mind receiving messages from a stranger. Now, not just that, he also starts stalking her, and all this is supposed to be romantic when actually it is very creepy. Also, not many people in their right sense text dead people, but that is exactly what Meera does. Now, if you're wondering where does Celine Dion fit in the scheme of things? Well, she plays herself, the singer and a part-time therapist to Rob, and spouts lines like, "Love takes courage, open yourself to the universe." Yeah, right, I know that. Meera and Rob start dating and soon they know each other even in the biblical sense. But he hesitates to tell her that he is the recipient of her text messages which she was sending to her late partner. It turns out to be a very poor man's version of You Got Mail, which in turn was inspired by Ernst Lubitsch, The Shop Around the Corner, which was made way back in 1940. Individually, their performances are okay, but together they lack the chemistry. Effectively, Love Again is as romantic as a pack of canines howling in the middle of the night. I'm going to go with 2 out of 5 stars for Love Again. Well, that's what I thought of the films that were released this week. Do let us know what you think. Do write into us. Our address is features@prudentmedia.in. And until next time, it's goodbye from me.